Been a while. Starting a new project here. Really, this project has been, it's been around for a while. I'm just about quit filming. It takes a lot of work to make these videos, but hopefully this series here will maybe start up the passion again to get this going. All right, I bought this Jeep. If you all watched any of my videos, I bought this Jeep after we sold the Lightning. And I get it right now, it looks silly. I've got 40s on order. I'm just borrowing these wheels from a green Jeep just because I sold the wheels that were on it. This is a built Rubicon. It does have Dana 44 axles. It doesn't have 60s or anything like that. However, we're not the type of people that beat them. It's got Steer Smart steering components. It's got metal cloak, lift, long arms. It's got metal cloak, long arms. And let me show you something. It has no engine or transmission. Why? Because it's getting a Hemi. Yeehaw! So we built this Hemi. It's got a cam in it here at Champion Garage. It also is getting not only headers, but it's getting a 8-speed transmission. So we're getting ready to put the computer back in that. That's only got like 20 miles on it, new transmission. And the engine has been completely deleted and we painted it. It is a 5.7 people. So anyway, we're gonna put this together today. We're gonna start. I am still waiting on the wiring harness from Jeep Speed Shop. I've been dealing with Todd and Liz over there, and we're gonna see how simple this process is. We've done a whole lot of crazy stuff here at Champion Garage, but this does not look complicated at all. So we're getting ready to get started. I'm gonna go ahead and get the plasma cutter out. We're gonna start cutting out the old motor mounts first, and I'll take you along with that. We're gonna go ahead and burn in the new motor mounts, and then seeing what all we gotta have to set the motor down in there. We still gotta get a few bolts. I've still gotta bolt the transmission up to the motor. I'll take you with me today. Got some guys gonna come help. Try to keep you updated, try to give you as much information as I can to make this a good how-to video on a V8 swap and a JK. So stay tuned. Okay, so before we cut the motor mounts out, I want to remove the battery box. I have seen people do this without removing the battery box. I just personally thought it would be much cleaner to remove the battery box, so that's what we did first. That being said, when you remove this battery box, there's one hidden bolt down there, and I couldn't see it because it had a bunch of gunk in the bottom of the box. We're Jeep people, so we keep all of our spare parts for wrecks and stuff like that, or if somebody needs something like that. So we do keep that stuff. So now what I'm gonna do is try to pull these wires back. I'm gonna take a plasma cutter, I'm gonna cut these out and then grind these down. So that's our next step today in this process. Okay, I've got this side done. I'm gonna wait and let my grinder cool down to do the left side. On the Jeep Speed Shop mounts, they're really nice. Welds look really good. To tell which side you have, the passenger side has 2 holes for the wiring harness. And I've got this side marked for Hemi. So when you mount it and put it in here, if you're doing a Hemi swap, these will work for LS as well. If you're doing a Hemi swap, you want the hole in the bottom to be lined up with this far right side. They call this the front position. And if you have an LS, you want to slide it to the back, and that's the back position. We have a Hemi, so we're going to go ahead and burn this in. Looks like I've got all points grinded down. Need to hit that little edge there and right there, and we will make sure this is good and flush with the frame, tack it in, then burn it in, and then we'll give that a little bit of cooling period before we start this other side. guys, we have the left side burn in, passenger side burn in and done. The driver's side, we've got it prepped and ready, and I wanted to show you just so you know. I've got it colored in, so the back slot on this one will be for the Hemi. Also, truck Hemi, car Hemi. So we're truck Hemi. So let me get in here and show you how this just mounts up. If I get my hand in here. Just sits up there like so. And you want to make sure it's pushed up flush. And then it just lines up perfectly with that hole. And then we'll tack it in once I get that. So I'm gonna go ahead and tack it in. And we'll put you on time lapse and we'll burn it in. Okay, so we got the motor mounts burned in. Now, I burned them in probably more than most people will. I put them all around. You probably don't have to do that, but I did. All right, now what we're gonna do is put in the steering relocation bracket. It's supposedly not too hard to do. You just gotta take that bolt out, and then these two bolts out, and get you a little Dremel tool and Dremel that off. But these got clock springs in them, and one thing we don't want to happen is for the steering wheel to turn. So we put us a ratchet strap around the steering wheel. We probably tighten that up a little bit, but that shouldn't move. And not only that, it don't need to rotate. But not only that, we'll probably, let's go ahead and get a marker and mark up that. I'm gonna get me some, I'm actually just gonna use this work now. Can y'all see this pretty good? Can you see it, Tommy? Mm-hmm. Now we're gonna mark. Yeah, that ain't worth 10 cents. You're right, paint pen would be better. Yep. That's got some fresh paint on it. From 2015, very fresh. All right, I've got her marked. Now that's got flat sides to it. You really can't mess it up that I know of. But let's get this off here. Let me show you. Let's see. Now, this is not, I've not broke this loose or nothing. So I'm gonna show you kind of about how hard it might be to get off. You gotta take the bolt completely out. I'm just gonna set it on my flat fender.
Look at there.
Looky there. Now the steering wheel did turn a little bit.
Yeah, but it's still flat.
But not much. Okay, now we're going to, don't you just love electric tools?
Oh yeah.
Now if you have the handy dandy man-powered ratchet, it will work. But now, all right, don't slide. All right, now this is some sort of bush and bearing setup, and it feels pretty good. So we're not going to replace that, and I'm going to set it just how it came off. Now, what we need to do is get the little. Take them over and show them that piece, Tommy, and bring it over here if you don't care.
Here a bit. Of course, we got a nice, good coat of paint on it.
Most people don't like it.
Yeah.
I'm going to.
But why wouldn't you?
Why not? That's what JT would say. Why not?
Why not? That's right.
All right. Now, the way I understand this is well, they was right. Boy, ain't that something?
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna have to be trimmed off. Well, let's pause. Now, one thing I don't like about this kit is, and I was watching a guy say this, they weld, or they put in a little stud, and it won't fit behind that. That's silly. So we need to trim this out just a little bit, trim just a few threads off of it. We're gonna stop. I'm gonna trim that off real quick, and then we'll be right back. Okay, we have the plate on. I had to cut off a few threads of that. So, you see that? Can y'all see that little cutout spot?
Real good.
Yeah. Here, let's do it like that.
Yeah. There we go.
Can you see that? All right, you have to cut that out. So what I'm gonna do now is take a paint pen, and I'm gonna mark that, and then I'm gonna take a Dremel style tool and just woo that out.
How'd that go again?
Right there, see that? Paint pens work really good for this. So you can pick them up anywhere. It's not nothing special. Pulls that out. And then, Tommy, get the Dremel tool. Let me show them what we're gonna use to do this. Highly recommend something like this. It makes very quick work of it.
This one?
Yeah, hey, Harbor Freight has these. Harbor Freight has this right here I got from Walmart years ago, and I've never put oil in it. I've had it for like 6 years using the shop.
Those little Campbell Hossfields?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds terrible, but it works. Safety glasses are recommended. Don't try this at home. So we'll be right back. We're gonna hammer this out.
Good.
All right, we're back, and as y'all can see, have the headers on. We are going to now pull this plate and get off the cherry picker mount. We're gonna have to go to town and find us some bolts. We're gonna mount the flywheel and all that sort of thing, or flex plate, I should say, not flywheel. And we will get the transmission mounted. I think it's gonna ride pretty good, actually, how we did this. So stay tuned. Here, we got the transmission put back together over there. I know kind of jumped across on that. We did break the oil dipstick too, but we're getting a new one of them being tomorrow. So not a big deal. I hope we can replace that in the chassis. Shouldn't be a big deal. We got to go get a few bolts here in just a second in town, and we'll be good to go. We're gonna probably go ahead and mount the transmission here in a minute, and we'll just take you along with us. So enjoy the time lapse. We got to steel trim out. I need to clean that out too. So supposedly, a couple supposedlys. One, supposedly you have to trim this out. We're going to do it now for the transfer case, this little lip. I think you can leave that one, but I think you have to trim that much off. So we're going to take a grinder, smooth that out. Supposedly also, you can't put these motor mounts in until it's like sitting down in there. I watched that Hot Rod Performance whatever, they done a 2-door 5.7 swap. That's what they did. They do it all, they do stuff like that all the time. I'm assuming that's probably right. So that's what we gotta do. We're gonna leave him off. Next thing we're gonna do is trim this out, and then we're gonna set it down in there. She's ready. So we've done all this in one, well, we haven't done all this in one day. You know, I've had the motor ready and other things ready, but what you've seen today has been, well, we got started about what, 11?
10.
10,
10:30.
10, and then we had about an hour lunch, so maybe a little bit more, but we're right there at the door of getting this set in there. It's not that bad, I don't think. I mean, so far, I don't know. I mean, we ain't got to setting the motor in there yet, but I don't see it being that bad. I was gonna go ahead and put the wiring harness on the transmission and run it. I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm gonna let it be, because I can get to everything. The only thing on the back of the motor is that right there, and I ain't really worried about that. So we're ready, I think. We are ready, I'm pretty sure. So we're gonna go ahead and slap her together, I guess.
It's time to stop talking about it and be about it.
Yeah, that's right. All right, we'll see y'all in a minute. That's the end of this video. So what we've determined is that, I don't know, I deleted some of the video, but basically I ordered the wrong power steering pump. So it's in, just some takeaway. I ordered it for a truck. That's not what you order it for. I must have missed that. This needs to be for about a 2010 Cherokee, and you can see why. There's just an interference right there, so that's not gonna work. So I've got a new one coming, it gets this one much more slender. You can also run the big bore power steering, but you're looking at $1,000 just for the power steering reservoir and lines and all that. So I'm gonna do something different there. Motor mounts and stuff are in. This is the conclusion to episode 1. We will come back more this week, hopefully, with some more content on this swap. Everything is very tight, but I want to talk a little bit more about the transmission mount. There was some videos, like some of this stuff, you know, like that's your battery box, there's your air box, there's your TIPM mount. But some of this stuff, I don't know, I feel like there could be a little bit better instructions that come with it. But we will see. So far, I'm really pleased with the turnout. Everything is pretty tight, but it's not bad. And look, and it didn't even really squat us at all. So there's really not much added weight at all. There's still quite a bit of lift there. I think I've got a 4-inch lift on this, and it's gonna look good. Let's see what the 40s do next week. We'll get all this on video. We thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for episode 2. It's coming on pretty soon. Like and subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and we will keep you updated. Also, if you have any more questions about this part of the install, just please let us know. And I want to say sorry again for the video quality. We're in my new renovated shop, and I did not know when we filmed this of the interference of artificial light to the video, something that I just didn't know that was even a problem. I figured the more light the better, but apparently with GoPro you have to make some setting adjustments, and we're going to try to make those adjustments in the future. Thank you all, and we'll see you next time. May God bless you.